This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world.
Why is she a witcher again? We don't really know why. But in any case, this is the Witcher 4 showcase at somewhere, I don't know. But they just released this. It's on the State Unreal Engine 5, and we've seen a couple of really cool things on the Unreal Engine. Although I have my suspicions up. This is CG Projekt Red, and you know, had a lot of hope with them when it came to after The Witcher. There was a lot of love garnish, and then Cyberpunk came out, and we all know how Cyberpunk went. Let's see how this looks, though.
And hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
Dude, you gotta work on your accent. I don't know what half of the things he just said. What did he just say?
Alright everyone, meet Kelpie!
Kelpie?
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
Whoa. Hold on a second. Let me move this back. Let's watch that all the way through.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So,
ooh, that voice. What is with that voice? That can't be the same voice actress, is it? Ooh, I didn't like that voice at all. And this look that she has, they made her, I have seen the before and after pictures. They made her look a lot nicer in this shot. Before, in that other trailer, the other trailer was fine. I mean, it was kind of okay, but, you know, it left a lot to be desired. I can't talk today. But she does look a lot younger and a lot nicer in this one. In the other one, she just looks so, like, I don't know, road-ridden, like, just worn out.
Kelpie.
So
Man,
just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
I gotta hear that voice one more time. What was that voice?
Alright everyone, meet Kelpie!
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
Ooh, man, I don't like the way she sounds. I don't know.
Just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We gotta hear more.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
We'll just have to see. We'll have to see her in more dialogue options. It's different. It may be the same voice actress. I don't know.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support...
The mountains don't look great. They're all red. That's a strange red color in the distance. It looks a little, it looks a bit off. Everything else in the graphic, it looks really good. Everything else does.
Motion movement on Kelpie.
So look at the mountains, though. It's maybe that's realistic, but it just looks strange having them so red.
Controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
Look at that. That looks like something from World of Warcraft or something.
And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got...
So this is super edited. They're moving this, and then that was a slight cutscene. So how is the actual gameplay? I thought we were watching gameplay, but this is like super edited cutscene stuff, and you know
realistic
what I mean?
Moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
I don't care about this. Did you guys know that for most of the people watching YouTube videos, only a small percentage of those people are actually subscribed to those channels? But subscribing is really quick and easy. All you have to do is first to make a YouTube account, which is free, and then after that, go down to the video that you're watching, hit the like button, which goes a long way in helping out the algorithm, and then go over and hit the subscribe button. After you've hit the subscribe button, click the drop down arrow and click the option that says all, so that can notify you whenever a new video from this creator has dropped. Subscribing is free, and making a YouTube account is also free. It allows you to keep up with all of your favorite content creators, and of course, it goes a long way in helping out my channel, and I really do appreciate it. So with all of that being said, back to the video. Show us actual... This is cinematic stuff. This is like in The Witcher 3, whenever, you know, there was that opening scene and there was a battle and stuff. Show us gameplay.
So let's leave Siri behind for a second and talk about the world itself.
Is this actual gameplay? See, now the camera's going on. None of this is gameplay.
So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
What are we talking about here? What? Nanite foliage? I don't care about the grass. I can mod my Skyrim to make it look like this. All right, this isn't hard. Give me good monsters. Give me good character or facial animations during average everyday cutscenes, like they did in Baldur's Gate 3. That's was pretty good. You know, give me interesting story. You're talking about the grass.
And in order to achieve gorgeous
they're
foliage
clapping
density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed.
There's a bear.
So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single...
What are we doing? No one cares about the damn trees. This is The Witcher. What are you doing?
And pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place... Guys,
oh, I hit the thing. What are we doing? They're like, this is a new Unreal Engine. We're gonna show the game and get everyone hyped. Now let's zoom into this tree. Guys, look at this tree. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. This is going bad. In my opinion, this is going bad.
It's a new adaptive voxel representation.
Oh, whoa.
It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast.
Oh, the trees look so
and these
good.
dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed.
Man, that's great. But we can't trust any of this because it's not gameplay. Like, it's all just, like, rendered through a cutscene, so I don't know how much of this is actually gameplay.
To achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri. Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands.
So all of this so far looks pretty good. But just based off of the way they've been editing this, I just don't know how much of this is actual, like, is this legit gameplay or is this entire thing just a super edited cutscene? Because that's what they did with Cyberpunk. And Cyberpunk, they made it look really good for the trailer and the cutscene and stuff. Man, the gameplay wasn't like that at all. You can watch YouTube videos commenting on it.
It's also where Siri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Bugger. Not her again.
I don't like some of these textures, to be honest with you. Look at this. This looks like the gingerbread house. And what is this? This looks like something out of Sesame Street. Like, these different colors, like the blues and the reds and the greens, they're way too contrast. Like, they're way too sharp. The Witcher 3 didn't look like this. It had more of a darker tone to it. You know, these colors were doled out to where it really looked like that medieval fantasy. This game looks like, it looks like it did in the DLC of The Witcher 3 whenever there was, the Blood and Wine, but even when you went to Toussaint, it didn't look like this, but then there was that one section with, like, the fantasy stuff and the make-believe world and stuff, and that looked like this. But this is just your average, everyday kind of, you know, medieval society. And what region did he call this? Man, these are some really sharp colors. I don't know.
There! Now, 9 gazes while I present him with a fish for the fur.
They have a bear here on the side doing tricks. Why would you have that? Why would you have a bear? Wouldn't that, like, so if we meet the bears in the wild, that kind of takes away a lot of the intimidation factor there.
You rascal will often wait, and the bear's weight grants good fortune. For this meat,
This is some very strange architecture. It's a bit jarring from the other game. It's similar, but it's very different. The colors are just freaking me out with this.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is.
It's showing him play on this right here. I don't know if I believe this, guys, to be honest with you. I feel, based off of how they opened it and how it, you know, it was all cinematic. You know, it looked like this at first, and then it zoomed out from the horse, had her disappear. You can't do that kind of stuff in game. Like, it's all edited. So how can you possibly go back into it like this? I don't, and they're showing him on this. I don't know if I believe this. If he's actually doing it like this, and if he's actually playing. I feel like this is pre-recorded.
Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper.
How would you do that? There was no prompt to do that. If this is gameplay, she just walked by him. Is that just automatic? Whenever you walk past a poor person, that Siri's just gonna flip a random coin?
Oh, look at this poor gentleman.
See, there's no third-person prompts or anything that's like, touch this, examine this. I mean, you could argue they got rid of that, but why would you do that?
How to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
last of it, is it? Ready to aim.
So we have dwarves, halflings, humans.
Silver, round, jingle in the purse.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series Quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred? Get your ass up.
Look, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Ciri decides what
Okay, interesting. I can believe that you can, you know, walk up like this in game and then it immediately goes into a cutscene. Because after all, that's the entire games of like God of War. God of War 2016, God of War Ragnarok. That's the whole game. Kratos will be walking and then all of a sudden you'll get to a spot and it'll immediately go into like a cutscene, but it still all looks exactly the same and then it goes back into gameplay. I can perfectly believe that. But then once again, now look at this. They're leaving the conversation and they're zooming away. How are you going to have us believe that this is actual gameplay and how it looks whenever you have edited like this? Because that's baffling to me. It's like, obviously, this isn't how the actual game would look. Like, if you go inside and then you zoom up, like, for example, whenever it first started off and it zoomed away from the horse, that's not going to be in-game. And then it zoomed up and rotated around the tree. All of that is edited in order for the showcase. In other words, how much of this has been completely edited? Like, all this stuff, it's like, what is actually gaming footage, you know? You can't believe any of it. You should have just had someone jump in the game, start it up, and then just start playing. You know, just show us the gameplay. And then you could slice that up with, like, some cutscenes and stuff. You know, they do that a lot, but you can clearly see the difference.
To do about that.
And then we heard more of the voice from Siri. Man, I hope she doesn't come across as snarky. Please, no more snarkiness.
Merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Rugged me ladies after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted.
I don't believe any of this. It's just like, I don't believe it.
You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here. Even this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
If that's true, that'd be great. And how they were reacting to Siri walking through. If that's how it actually looks in the game, that's great. Man, I'm going to tell you, CD Projekt Red hurt me. That hurt me. I was so excited. I was so impressed with The Witcher 3. It was one of the best games I've ever played in my life. Man, when Cyberpunk came out, oh man, I cannot tell you how let down it was. God, that was such a kick in the balls. I was hurt with that one, man.
But The Prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest.
Look at this.
Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
It's just one long cutscene, man. It's just all this whole thing is one long cutscene. I don't trust any of
Great
this.
performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal's systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG.
What does that mean? Everything they just said. Developers like you. You're just talking about the settings. I'm assuming there's a setting like there was in The Witcher 3 to adjust how many NPCs are in each currently loaded cell. Like, what are you talking about? Like, every game has that. Every game has a settings menu. What are you talking about?
That we're making. But before we wrap
I
up,
thought at first when he said developers, I thought he was talking about mods. And I was like, yeah, there's mods that come out for these games, but it's not like a Bethesda product or something like that. Like, what are you talking about?
how about one final check-in with Siri?
Yeah, that'd be nice. We've hardly seen any
We
of
are
her.
making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious
Where the hell has she gone, on the other side of the map?
open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a
Why are the mountains so red? They look like giant gemstones.
new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what
And look at these mountains. It looks blue. Why are the colors so saturated?
we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
It better not be
A
Geralt.
first look at Lanexeter.
Onward.
Did she just smile? The idea of exploring castles is cool. The one in Toussaint was fine. It was good. I mean, I thought that was good. Did she just smile at that monster?
But before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
If she's a Witcher,
A first
why aren't her eyes yellow like the cat? Like Geralt's eyes? I mean, she had green eyes before. But if she's a Witcher now, well, I guess she couldn't have undergone the mutations. But didn't it look like in the other trailer she had the eyes? I could have swore she had those eyes.
first look at Lanexeter.
Did you see that grin? Man, you're a Witcher. If you see a monster go by, you should be making a face of like, you know, I'm gonna kill you, that thing. Like, can you... Man, come on. What is this? Look, she's like giving it a grin. She's like, oh yeah, this is so cool. And man, this cutscene of like the stuff in the background...
Onward, Kelpie. We what?
That sucked. That sucked. I am not impressed at all. I am so unimpressed. What do these guys have to say? Oh man, they're all happy, aren't they?
Thanks, guys. Seriously, it looks
Look at this guy.
amazing.
Look at this dude. He's got like a little thing in his ear.
And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So,
Real 5.6. He's quirky. He looks like the kind of guy who would work on video games, doesn't he?
here's Julien to tell you even more.
Julien? Did you have to pronounce his name like that?
Thank you very much.
Is this isn't Julien? Who's Julien? Who are these guys?
So much.
What the hell are we doing? Now we have a bunch of balls? What is this? Oh, he's gonna talk about the trees some more. Oh no. Oh, we turned it into a gay strip club. Oh, I'm sorry, red flag. Let's watch the gay strip club go down. Listen to this music. Look at this. Here we go. Bunch of glowing balls. Why would you have an entrance like that? Da, 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 da. It's like, come on, man. This is like the music they play whenever you're walking around the mall. Because I don't go to gay strip clubs, so I don't know. But like when you're walking around the mall and you go by that one store and it's like got a bunch of, you know, stuff like that in it. Or it's like a girl's like some kind of fabulous salon or something and it's playing this music and you're just, you know, a guy like me is walking by, I'm just like, oh god, leave me. Don't make eye contact. Oh, Julian, hold on. Oh, for the look of this. Oh, here we go. Who is this dude? Senior Director, Framework Engineering, Epic Game. This is the Senior Director. This is the boss.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, So I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal.
It's just a cutscene, man. It's not impressive. It'd be cool in and of itself if you mixed it in with gameplay. You know, that's what matters. Cutscenes are cool for cutscenes.
For the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich world.
Wait, what did he just
I'm
say?
happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance.
Oh, no. No. What do you mean? He says the open world that they're releasing here, that their main focus is performance. Why? Listen, performance is important. There's a lot that goes into making a good video game. Performance, graphics, you know, the combat. You know, if it's a combat game, that is a big deal. But for a game like The Witcher, what's going to matter are the characters and the story. This isn't, you know, like Call of Duty where it's just all about the combat and the gameplay and stuff. That's a big deal. But this is about the characters. Like, we know Geralt. We know Ciri. You know,
We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality.
And that's all they're talking about in this entire trailer. Look at how good everything looks. Look at the trees and how good the graphics are. Look at all the stuff, and man, they're so focused on performance. They're not focused on the characters or the story. And they won't going to be focused on the gameplay or nothing like that. I doubt it. It's just performance. Make sure it looks pretty and make sure it runs smoothly. And I guess I understand because Cyberpunk, it ran like such trash. So maybe they're trying to say, like, we're going to make sure this runs very well because the bugs in that were so insane. But guys, man, like, I don't know, man.
And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you
This whole thing is just about performance. Maybe this is specifically like they're intentional about it because it's Unreal Engine 5, and so this whole spotlight is just about performance. But this is the second trailer. Look at this. He's going into the trees and crap. Look at this.
The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one
Look at this.
is to use 3D geometry for ink or trees.
He's talking about the trees again. This entire spotlight for The Witcher 4 is about the trees. Look at this. Who cares? What is this? Oh, it has nice cactus. Oh, wow. This is insane. Why wouldn't you do something like this? Like, I don't know, like after, maybe in preview 4 or 5 before the game's about to come out and you've covered all the most important stuff. This is the only second thing that we've seen, I think. We don't care about this. What is this?
We greatly reduce the storage performance from any distance. But destroying...
Look at this! I am baffled right now. This entire trailer is about the trees. You made a trailer. You made... Oh, man. Oh, I mean...
represented... You'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Now, another thing I would like to share is that...
I mean, I know it's a tech demo, but like... Man,
ray tracing...
I'm like baffled right now. Why wouldn't you show us gameplay? Why wouldn't you just show us some gameplay? What is this?
And Lumen now run...
Is this really that normal?
More than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released. And because of that, it can increase the...
I don't care. I'm done. Look at this. I'm done. I don't care about the damn horse. This is so stupid. I don't have a lot of hope for this. I think this is going to be horrible. I mean, if you're going to release a tech demo, why would you even do this? Like, I just don't get it. Like, why would you released a preview? Why wouldn't you show some actual gameplay? This, we can't trust this as gameplay at all because look at this. Look at the way they're doing and all the editing and stuff. I mean, maybe I'm just being real antagonistic here. I don't know. But this entire spotlight is about the trees and the horse. And we got a little bit of Ciri's voice. We got like this one cutscene. But the whole thing's basically a cutscene in some red mountains. I don't have a lot of faith in this game, man. I don't think it's going to be... I don't know. I'm going to have to see a lot more. Even when I saw the trailer before, I saw that trailer and I was just like, I don't know about this. I'm not sure. And after seeing this, it's just, if you're going to do a tech demo, why would you do this as like the next thing? I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. Show us some gameplay. I don't know. I have my doubts. We'll see how it goes. But guys, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe you think I'm being too hard. Maybe you think that, hey, since this is a tech demo, all they should talk about is the trees and how the trees look and how the forest looks and all the engine and stuff. And it's just like, we care about these characters. I feel like it shouldn't have made it a tech demo at all. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe I'm way off on this one. I don't know. I'm unimpressed. I was expecting some gameplay. I was expecting, I saw the time of 16 minutes, and I was expecting a full solid 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of just going on a quest and maybe some combat and then some dialogue stuff and just some straight up gameplay. That's what I went into this. So maybe my expectations were completely off, and if I don't know, I didn't read the description or anything. Maybe it's like, hey, this is just about the graphics. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess. But man, oh man, we'll see. Let me know. And please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Really goes a long way in helping out the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. Till next time.